Do you want your face to go from this to this in just 5 minutes? Then you should keep watching this video, because I have a 5-minute quick little makeup routine for glass and dewy skin for the girls. You know, a lot of girls have been asking me for my makeup routine, and I think today's the day that I show you how to do everything about my makeup routine. So this is for the girlies that like light makeup and just skin that really makes your own facial features pop. And normally I would do my eyebrows off camera, but my first step today is to show you guys that I use the NYX the brow glue to do my eyebrows. This is what I use to do my eyebrows. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna use this to really spike my eyebrows upwards, really get them laminated. I like the laminated look for my eyebrows. So after that, I like to let one of the eyebrows just sit in place, let them get laminated, let them get settled into the skin, and I go in and start my next eyebrow. Okay. So now that both of my eyebrows are laminated, I like to just take the same product and get a little bit more on the product and just shape them. I like to shape them like this, straight down, boom. This is my eyebrow. It's super cute. It's something simple. This is what my eyebrows are looking like just with this one little product alone. So I do like to take an edge brush as well and really just flatten them down with the product. I know my edge brush looks really dirty, like don't look, that's actually embarrassing. And I like to take the comb of the edge brush and just really get it flat. Really get it flattened. This is how my eyebrows look. Kind of laminated, just everyday eyebrow. This is what I do. I don't use any eyebrow brushes. I don't use any pencils. I don't use any extra eyebrow products, but I just love to use this brow glue and a little edge brush. And you can probably use like another spoolie. You could probably use more makeup-y tools, but that's just what I use in this one. And that is what works for me. As a girl with oilier skin, my skin normally does look a little bit dewy, but my skincare routine also really does help with that. So I have 2 skincare routine videos on my page if you want to check those out, and that is what I do every time before I do my makeup, just to have a good base and foundation to go in with makeup on top of it. You want to let your skincare sit in your face for a little while. You don't want to do your makeup fresh off of your skincare routine. That's when it gets muddy, your products start to shift and separate, and then your makeup routine won't turn out as good. So I did my skincare routine about 10-15 minutes ago, and now this is when my face is fully dried, and now this is when I go in with my makeup. My first step is to take the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Y'all know I love this stuff. I talk about this stuff all the time. Take the Power Grip Primer, and I just put it all over my face. Like so. And I just rub it in and make sure that it gets everywhere. This is a good base for all of your products to stick to. You know how you have to like sand down when if you are an artist in here, you know how you have to sand down something before you can put the paint on? It's not sanding anything down, but it's allowing for the makeup to stick to something. So your face isn't just a base and then you try to put liquid products on top. So now that the primer is all set in place and drying a little bit, I let it dry just a little bit so the products, again, do not get muddy. So my first step is to take this beat up Maybelline concealer. It's just something I have when I feel like I have a lot of red spots, some dark circles, anything when I'm just feeling a little bit more of wanting a little bit more makeup on that day. This makeup routine will be very, very, very minimal. Now that the concealer is all in the spots that you would want it, I allow this to sit in my face and kind of, again, get dry, just because I feel like if you try to blend in your concealer when it's just fresh and wet, it just kind of disappears and it kind of separates. So you have to let it dry down so it can really get full coverage and cover up the spots that you really need to cover. I typically wait for like 1 or 2 minutes. I would take a little handheld fan if you had one and really just dry it. Now that the concealer is completely dried, it's dried for 1 to 2 minutes, I like to take a brush that kind of looks like this. I like to take a brush with a fluffier end. You can see a fluffier end. And I'd like to go into it and do with little circular patting motions. Don't slide the brush, don't go crazy. Just tap in the same general area of where the blemish is that you are trying to cover. And it will look like this at first, but just trust the process. This whole video is about trusting the process. Once I am at my under eyes, I like to do the same little circular tapping motions, but instead of dragging it out this way, I like to drag it out and make it go upwards. So it gives you a little cat eye effect. You always want your makeup to lift your face, not like down, make your face downturned. So you want to take it and lift it up near the corners of your eyes. You don't want to drag it this way. Drag it up. I drag all of my makeup up. And as you can see, already it's starting to make my face look a little up. You give the highlights of the face. You want to make your face and stuff like that. Once you're finished blending your concealer in your face, I like to spray the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray from the same brand, e.l.f. I like to take the e.l.f. Dewy Setting Spray. I like to spray this everywhere, just to really get the makeup all set in, just because we put a lot of concealer there and we're going in with the next product and we want that to be locked in. So just take your hands, fan your face, do what you have to do to get it dry. If you have a handheld fan, you can also use that. And yeah, I just take a bigger brush, any big brush that you can find, any big brush that you have. And now just go into those little spots that I told you before that you put circular motions but didn't fully finish with your concealer, and just dab them in. And now your concealer is fully blended, you can barely even tell I have concealer on, but it just fixed up the little blemishes that you wouldn't want the normal eye to see, that you know is there but you don't want people to see. So boom, concealer step done. And now it's time to move in with the Benefit blush by Benetint. The Benetint blush by Benefit. This is it. I just like to take a little bit of this, since it is a stain version. It's a stain more than just a normal blush that I'm used to using. And I take it at the high points of my face. I never put it downwards. This is something that is really crucial, because if you mess up the blush section, it kind of like messes up. It makes your face just look not as dewy and bright. So I take it upwards. I put the 4 dots and I take the brush and I just blend it. And I always blend it upwards. And I'm going to do the little smiling technique, or a smile. And you see this little cheekbone? You want to see that and keep at the high points of your own cheekbone. You do not ever want to have your blush way down here in the section where you start to contour. Nothing like that. You want to keep your blush kind of in your hairline, by your eyes, just at the top of that cheekbone. Also keep layering your blush as much as you want it. I like to do one little good layer so it doesn't start to separate, and just to give myself a little pinky glow. I normally like to take it and put it on my eyes and nose as well, but just with the excess that's left on the brush already. And boom, this is the step. The blush step is done. As you can see, my face is looking very dewy, very glowy. And the last and final step, again, you want to lock it in with the Power Grip e.l.f. primer. Just want to lock everything in, just because you want your makeup to last all day. Now that all the creams and the stains are dry, my face is still looking a little glowy, and I love that look. But you don't want your face to look too glowy. So I like to take another drugstore product that I would probably upgrade in the future. It's just this little e.l.f. primer infused bronzer bundle. And I just like to use this to really mattify and sit down all of the makeup, all of the spots that are looking a little too oily, that I don't want to be a little like too dewy. You don't want to look like you're sweating. You just want to look like dewy in a good way. And yeah, that's really it. It's not a big noticeable difference. Nobody will notice it but you will see that if you put a little bit of the powder foundation, any powder to keep yourself from looking glowy in too much of the area. And yeah, again, I do like to set that down with the setting spray as well. I let it dry, I let it do what it does, and I just let it sit. Now we are done with the base of the routine. This is my base. This is my base. This is the foundation. No. This is the concealer. This is the blush. And this is really all I do to keep myself looking spunky. Sometimes you just need a little something something, and this is what this 5-minute beat is for. My next step is to take the Maybelline Sky High mascara, and I just like to curl my lashes, but I do a very special technique in the way I curl my lashes. I just use this little Target Revlon lash curler, and I do like to use a separate mirror besides the mirror I'm using to really get a good look. I don't know where my little mirror is right now, so I'm just going to use this ugly little palette I got when I was a little kid. I'm going to show you exactly what I do to make my lashes look as curly as possible. So I like to take my lash curler, and if you're a girly, you curl at the base of the lash. You never want to you curl at the base of the lash. And you do it for as long as you can, as long as you want. You really have your own personal preference, right? Oftentimes, I hear people just being done like that. They just curl the base of the lash and that's it. No. With my step, you take off the lash curler and go up just a little bit to the mid of your lash and curl as well. Last and finally, you want to do that one more time and go to the very tips of your lash. And voila, look at the difference it's already making, and this is with no mascara. This is a lash that is curled to perfection, and this is a lash with no curl at all. I can go out of my house and have my lash like this with no mascara, and people would think I have mascara on. You guys have to try this hack. Let me know down below if it works for you as well. So I just take a little bit of the mascara and just put it on the tips of your lashes. You never, ever, ever want to put mascara at the base of your lash. You always want to make sure you focus it on the tip. Never put mascara on the roots of your lashes. You want to the mascara should always stay at the tops of your lashes. If you're putting it on the base or the root, you are doing it wrong. As you can see, this is one coat of mascara with the curling hack and keeping the lashes at the root. This is one coat. I typically go in with 2 or 3, but you can go in with as many as 1. I forgot to mention that I do not use black mascara at all. The color of mascara that I use is true brown. I love brown mascara. I do not like to use black mascara. It runs on me and also just makes my eyes look way more harsh than I would intend them to. My eyes are brown, and I feel like my eye shape gives a really like cat eye kind of. They're kind of small, so I feel like you definitely need to use a brown mascara with the type of eye shape that I have. My last and final step is to do the lips. This is something everybody compliments me on. People want to know how I do my lip liner. I have multiple lip combos, but the one I have been doing recently is I've been recently taking this Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Medium. Take this and just line the outsides of my lips with it. I like to do it on dry lips just because I feel like it makes the pigment come up a little better. Go. My lips are fully lined. And don't mind the pencil. I just ruined it when I sharpened it. And this is what the lips look like. Fully lined. And then I like to take a little bit of that concealer, but I normally use the NYX Butter Gloss. I just do not know where my Butter Gloss is at right now. It does the exact same thing. The Butter Gloss is the exact same thing as the concealer. It's just a lighter shade. And I like to blend the concealer in. Again, you have to trust the process. It looks a little crazy now. And you just want to mix it in as much as possible. Then you want to take this random little eyeshadow palette that I got as a kid. This is what I do. And I take a little bit of the brown shade. As you can see, it's completely used. And I just like to fill it back in on top of that pink color. Boom. This is what the looks look like before you put the gloss on to merge it all together. The lip gloss I like to use is this by Summer Fridays. Summer Fridays, please sponsor me. I love you guys so much. This is in the green minty color. I normally use the pink cupcake, but today I'm going to use this green minty color. And it just mixes all together. Gotta really get in there and mix. This is my lip combo. A lot of people love it. I love it. It's so pretty. It's so cute. And that is it for my little makeup routine. It's not too much. It's a little light glam, a light beat. Let me know down below if you are also following along. And let me know down below if you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, please subscribe down below. Actually, subscribe up top. And follow me on all of my other socials if you want to keep up with new content, getting the behind the scenes, and knowing when I post every video. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and mwah, bye.